So hello, thank you everyone that has jumped on this call. So we are here to share the Minute opportunity. I am Celeste and this is Lydia.
Hi.
I've been in the business. I'll start off with just introducing myself and just giving a little bit of an insight into how I started and where I'm at now, and just so you have a little bit of familiarity with me. And then Lydia will do the same. And then we'll talk through the ins and outs of getting started and what this business opportunity actually involves and what's in it for you, pretty much. So I have been in this business for about a year, just coming over a year now. And I am a mum of three girls. I've got a 10, 8, and 1.5 year old. Got my 1.5 year old here, so if she jumps in, just bear with me. But I'm full time home with her, which is a dream come true because I didn't actually get to have that with my two eldest. From the ages, like my youngest was 2. I had to put them into school because I became a single mother. I was having to work full time, doing the whole morning and after school care, and I just really got minimal time with my kids, which I'm sharing this because this is a big driver in my business at the moment. But as a single mother for a few years, 5 years or so, I then met my partner, my now fiance. We then fell pregnant with my little girl. I was working at the time still while I was pregnant. 2 weeks later, I found out that my mum died. So at that time, that was a very pivotal moment for me to start reflecting on how I wanted my work life to look and how I wanted to be spending my time. I think just being faced with death, it really cemented in me that we don't have a lot of time in this world. And I think for me, my priority is to spend time with my kids physically. It's not to say I can completely relate to people because I was one of them that I had no choice but to go back to work. But now that I'm in a position where I can actually decide, how I'm working and if I need to work, I am trying to utilize that in the best way. So I was trying to find ways to earn an income because I still wanted to contribute to our household and also just hold my own financial independence because someone working full time, then giving all that money up was quite difficult for me. My partner was very happy to provide, but I was still looking for that financial independence. So this opportunity came along. I had a girl that I know on Instagram sharing it. I had never heard of it before. And I just started seeing her share a lot about hair. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is like interesting. She's doing a hair thing.
Yeah.
And I was watching along for a while. And then I found out it was network marketing. So I was kind of like, oh, okay, I've done this in the past. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm not sure how I feel. So I kept watching for 3 months. And then I ended up approaching her and asking more about the business. She started sharing for 3 months back and forth, just me trying to decide whether this was something I wanted to do. I then realized I'm like, okay, what else am I going to do? What else besides going back to work, besides doing what I was already trying to do, which did accumulate an income, but it was so much work, so much like it was just a small business that I was doing. It was a lot of reoccurring payments that I had to keep putting in, which I didn't have, and it just
Mm.
didn't make sense to keep doing it. So this came along, I'm like, okay, it's from home. I just have to be on social media, which I kind of was. And from there, I was like, all right, look, I'm just going to give it a go. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I'm here a year later and I do not regret. So that's kind of just a little bit of my story, how I got started. And then Lydia's
Yeah.
going to share her story, which I love hearing. So
Yeah.
you can take the.
Um, Thanks so much for sharing that.
That's
I actually
okay.
had no idea that you had done network marketing before, and so
Oh,
you were a
yes.
little bit apprehensive to do
Yes.
this because you've pretty much come into this business and have been so consistent and just like continuously showed up, and you've
Mm.
made quite a bit of money in this last year. And I just had no idea about
Yeah.
that.
No,
So that's
I
really
didn't like
cool.
it.
So I'm Lydia. I have been in the business for 16 or 17 months now. I started literally just seeing people talking about these hair products. I was on the hunt to fix my hair at the time, and I saw all these people talking about Monet. And so I saw one of my girlfriends start sharing it, and so I asked her if I could have some samples. She sent me some samples. I absolutely loved the hair care. I was a massive hair care snob too, so I would only spend like hundreds and hundreds of dollars on hair care. And when I tried these products, I fell in love with them.
Mm.
Then she pretty much reached out to me and said, you should do this business.
Mm.
A little bit of backstory is I was a personal trainer. I was a single mum for 5 years. I have been a life coach. I've done retail, I've done almost every single occupation you can kind
Mm.
of think of. And I wasn't necessarily looking for anything at the time. I was in a job working a couple of days a week within school hours. I now have a husband who he actually decided to go to the firefighter recruits. He got accepted, and that was his dream, but it meant for us that we had to take quite a bit of a pay cut. And that was kind of like a really hard season for us where we were deciding, like, I need to pick up more hours, and I didn't want to because I wasn't really happy in my job. And so fast forward, we got to a point where I was just like, I need to be making a little bit of money extra each week. You know, $50 a week would help. And one of my girlfriends said to me, like, you should sell these products. And I was on social media already. I was just a consumer. I was literally just using it to like waste my time. I would do a couple of like collaborations here and there with people, but I really didn't enjoy it. And I was already sharing what I loved anyway, but it was a hard no for me at the start because I found out it was network marketing, and I thought, well, I knew that the products were good, but I was like, I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about sales. I don't know. I wouldn't know the first thing. And I was very much like, I'm a skeptic. So I was like, look, this sounds too good to be true. I don't think you can just go on social media, share some products and earn some money. And so when I asked her about this, no, sorry, she asked me about 20 times. I said no. And I finally came to her one day, asked her about it and said, what's the go? How much money can I make? She showed me her paycheck after 5 months, and it was like life-changing money. And I said, if I had that amount of money, that would just help us so much. So I went, you know what? I took our last $375 out of our bank account that in our savings. And I promised my husband that we would make it back. And within 2 weeks, I had made, you know, double that. I jumped into this business head first because I loved the product. And then as soon as I started, I saw so many women in this business who had it harder than me, to be honest, who had 5 kids and they were homeschooling them, single mums. I saw women who were like in their 40s. Like I saw so many women from all different types of like backgrounds and everything coming into this business and making a lot of money. So I kind of went, well, if they can do it, I feel like I can do it as well. And in this last, 16 months, I have seen women come into this business, and I've brought people into this business who have literally, not been able to fill up their petrol, not being able to like pay their rent, all that sort of thing, and then be able to make money as soon as like the next week. And it has literally changed my life, especially like personally. I've grown so much in my confidence. I never used to have a lot of confidence. I never used to be like a leader. I never had any experience whatsoever. So I have really grown as a person. And I've been able to meet Celeste. We have literally formed like such a beautiful like team and community, and we've been really blessed to just have really like-minded women in our business and stuff. And so it's done so much for both of us. Celeste and I are quite close, and she's like, in my team as well. And we have both seen women grow and, come into this business, and it completely changed their lives. So we're pretty much here to just, tell you how we do it, I guess. I would say like time, like a lot of people, usually time, money, and confidence is like their big things that make it hard for them. So we want to touch on pretty much about how we make it work for us and what it looks like, and technically like what we do, because you might be watching this going like, okay, but
what do you do?
Like, what do you do? So could you maybe share about, because you've got 3 kids, so I want to hear
like my
like
point
how
of view.
you make this work.
So I think for me, I have always been like, I love social media. Like I've always been a consumer though. Like I was more using social media to document. And so I was already spending time on my phone. So that time I've literally just stopped that, and I work my business instead. So working the business is, I use the products, which I love anyway. So I use the products, and then I've shared my hair transformation. That's been like the biggest role. And I think a big thing that a lot of women do when coming into the business and how they work their business is showing their hair transformation, showing the products that they're using, sharing what they help with, and then letting people know how we can help them. So that's like a big part of the business. So helping customers, sending them a cart full of like recommendations for themselves. They then choose which products they want, they check out, you earn a commission. The other side of the business is then building a team. So building a team is just, for example, if I saw Lydia doing the business, I'm like, hey, I would really like to do the business with you. She would then onboard me. She would send me, I would purchase a product pack, which is like a starter pack, and it's just filled with products for ourselves. So I bought my product pack, I use those products, and then that's it. That is the outlay. There is, I think, 7 product packs that we can choose from. And that is really simply put, it's use, share, build, and then you earn doing that. It's very, very simple. I think there is like the hard parts about the business is, staying consistent with sharing, and building connections and conversations, building your social media, which isn't a massive thing, but it just depending how much you want to utilize the online space, it's important to, learn the social media side of things. And then personal growth. I think personal growth is super, super big in the business, because it's either going to be the thing that makes or breaks, your business, because it's so easy to doubt yourself. It's really easy to take on other people's doubts and judgments as well. So I think as long as you're willing to, help people with their hair, help people start a business, and then just help yourself with personal growth, you can do so, so well in this business. Then how would you?
Well, I mean, that's what we technically do. You essentially, to come into this business, you buy a product pack, and then when you get that product pack, you use those products on yourself. And you don't need to have a hair transformation. For me, I actually took people on a journey with me. Like, I started with my samples, and I literally was washing my hair and telling people like how it felt after, and how much I was liking it. And people could literally see my hair changing with me. So like, you can come into this business and literally start, not even have used the product, and start straight away. You're looking for people who want better hair and who want to earn money. And that is literally it. So everyone washes their hair. That's the good thing about this company, is we use a consumable product. So it literally is something that people are using continuously. You're not getting people to start like a new routine or anything like that. You are putting people onto a better option. So Monet is low tox, high performing hair care. We're anti-aging, vegan, Leaping Bunny certified. We are one of the best. We are the top hair care products in the direct selling industry. So we have been in Vogue. We have been in the New York Fashion Week. There's been, our products are really getting out there. And in Australia, we're only 4 years old. This is our 4th year. But it is a, $3.5 billion company within 9 years. And we have almost 4 million customers. So that tells you that people are using the products, they're loving the products. And essentially, we bring people on who want better hair care, who want to fix their hair, and who also people who want to make a bit of extra money. Now, when you do that and you bring these people in, you get all of your resources and all of your training. If you know nothing, we teach you about the products. The company teaches you about, we have literally, we have, what are they called? Trainings on confidence, sales, marketing, social media. Like, you get everything that you need when you jump into this. You get a free website. You don't hold any stock yourself. So you are just someone who connects a person with a website with products that you have recommended, and those products get sent out to you. Now, when those people, to them, to them, not you. And you don't have to hold any inventory or anything like that. And one big thing that a lot of people are concerned about is like monthly orders and things like that. We don't have any of that. You don't have to purchase monthly as a business provider. You don't have to purchase anything monthly. You don't have to make anything monthly. You don't have to spend anything. You literally can come into this business, decide if it's for you, and if you need to take a break, you can. If you decide that you don't want to do the business, you just want to use the products, you can do that as well. But when you come in and you start recommending people, you can make money back as soon as the next week, which is what I was able to do.
Same. I like, back to like not having a hair transformation straight away. When I started, my hair was really damaged and really, really dry, and I didn't start seeing results for, a few months. But the first day that I signed up, I shared on my social media, hey, I'm trying these products. I've started this business. And within a few days, I had gotten my first customer. She was like, "Hey, I want to come on this journey with you." And
Yeah.
people don't always wait for the transformation because they just see that you're being honest and you're like, "Hey, I want to better my hair. I want to take care of my hair." And
Yeah.
people want to come along for that. It's not hard. Like it really
Yeah.
isn't. I think a lot of people can be reluctant to be like, "Oh, but my hair's not nice. Like I can't do the
Yeah.
business because this and that." But that's the whole point. It's to see
Yeah.
the power of the products because they are incredible products and they
Yeah.
work. So I think
Yeah.
it's really, really good to just when you start to get started straight away if you
Yeah.
have the capacity to because there's just
There's
I don't
so
know,
much
it's such a
earning
good
opportunity.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We literally have within your first 5 months, we have a program called Power Start where you can, if you sign up one customer, you are ranking up. Then if you sign up two customers and you get like, a couple of orders and things like that,
Mm.
you are ranking up and you're getting paid every time you rank up. And it's particular, like it is quite easy in those first few months to do that.
Yeah.
We also get paid 15% commission on every single bottle of shampoo that you sell. You get 15% of that. And then once you get to a threshold, whether that's $500 or $1,000, you will then get an extra percentage on top of that. So that's pretty much how we make our money. And then bringing people into the business as well. You are getting a bonus on the product pack that they buy. Like I could go through all the different ways that you can make money, but we've got 10 different ways and there is so much earning potential here that you can literally jump in and earn straight away. They don't withhold your money from you for like a month or anything like that. And then we also have the opportunity to earn a car like a Range Rover or a BMW, where the company, once you get to a certain rank, you actually get a payment from the company that pays you for that car. We have access to being able to go on trips. So we have so many incentives as
Which
well.
you have. You've been on multiple overseas.
I've earned 3 trips now, 2 overseas trips, and 2 with my husband as well. So you can literally come into this and earn yourself, a trip overseas.
Yeah.
So we have those things. We have discounts. We get special offers. We get all that sort of thing when you join up. And some people literally just join up to the business to get a bigger discount.
Yeah.
So I don't think, is there anything that I'm missing? I mean, you also as well, when you start, you get put into a chat or a community with women who are either starting the same time as you or know exactly what you're going through. So you never do this alone. Like you get one-on-one mentorship with like either of us or whoever you join up with. You also get, a community of women who are doing the same thing and feeling the same challenges and all that sort of thing. And we get to go to events together and we have meetups, and it is a really, really beautiful community.
I've generally made some of my closest friends now from the business, which I wasn't looking for when I started, but it's
I was definitely not looking for any more girlfriends. And now I have like this whole of women who I absolutely adore.
And then also when you do start, you will get plugged into an onboarding system. So we both have our own for our teams that we can work through with you as well. So we will send you get your product pack, you purchase it, and then from there we'll plug you into the onboarding and then just take you day by day or step by step to set you up so you're feeling confident and you don't have to do it by yourself. Like if you are self-sufficient and you're like, I can do this, that's really good. But it's always really good to know that you're always going to have the support when you need it. And you don't ever have to be afraid to not have the answers because there will be someone. And then also Renate has a live chat that is always available to us. Sorry, it closes up like there's an opening in hours time, but that is available to us when we do have questions and someone can't help you in your team.
Yeah, and so many resources. So
many resources. Yeah.
But if anyone has been watching this and you still have more questions or you want to know more in depth about how we get paid or the comp plan or anything like that, just reach out to either of us and just ask some questions or let us know what your concerns are or what fears you might have, and we love to like help people and work through that sort of thing. So
no, that's everything, I think.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you everyone for joining, and hopefully we will speak to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.